search. Now, if not, what you need to investigate is, and going from what I said before, if you're thinking that, this certification is going to improve my job search, it's probably because your job search is not going well. You're struggling in your job search. You're not getting the responses. You're not getting the interviews. You're not getting the offer letters. That's the core issue, not your skill set, folks. If you're struggling in your job search, the issue is not your skill set. The issue is your job search approach. How you're approaching your job search, what steps you're taking, how you're handling the phone calls, how you're handling the interviews, whether your resume is even capturing attention. Does your resume have the right format? Are you responding to objections and barriers, and you don't have this, you don't have that at the interview? How are you responding to those? How are you handling those conversations? Are you able to convert those interviews into actual final offer letters? If those issues are not addressed, getting a certification is not going to make a difference, because the core issue still exists, right? If I have a like a flu or something, right? Let's say I have a flu, me buying like a brand new suit is not going to cure the flu. It'll make me look good, right? If I have a flu, I have a cough, a flu, and all that stuff, I buy myself a brand new suit, right? A suit and tie. I'm looking sharp and all that. Yeah, maybe I might feel good about myself. I look good. It enhances my professional image and my appearance and all that. But the core issue is not going to be resolved. I'm still going to have a cough. I'm still going to have a runny nose. I'm still going to have to deal with sneezing and all that stuff. The core issue has not been resolved, folks. Right? Hopefully, I've used a good example here, a good analogy, and hope this makes sense to all of you. Kind of similar when you're getting a certification, right? If you're struggling in your job search, if you're doing these core aspects of your job search incorrectly, resume is not right. Resume is not getting doesn't stand out. No one's calling you after they read your resume. No one, you go for the interview. You get the phone call, the initial phone call. You're not passing the screening. It's not converting into interviews. You're going for the interview. It's not converting into the second interview, the third interview. It's not converting into the final interview. Final interview is not converting into offers on the table. If you're not dealing with those core issues, folks, getting a certification is not going to assist you, right? And some of you might not like the sound of this, but this is the reality. This is what I always bring to you every week, right? The real story, the real deal. There's going to be people out there trying to pitch you on certifications and get this and get that. But if the core issues are not dealt with, folks, if you're not handling your job search, not handling those core issues from end to end, from start to end, right? From resume submission to offer negotiation and all that stuff. If there are issues in between those two areas, if those core issues are not dealt with, getting a certification, you're still going to be facing the same issues. Just like if I have a flu and a cold and a cough, if I get a suit, yeah, I'm going to look good. I'm going to look professional. I have the suit and tie, stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. But the core issues are not going to be resolved. I'm still not going to be feeling well. I'm still going to be having the symptoms, right? The symptoms of cold, cough, flu, and all that stuff. Fever, headache, all that stuff. Same thing in your job search. You get the certification. You haven't dealt with all the issues in your job search. You're gonna have the same symptoms, folks. No responses to your resume. Initial phone call not converting into interview. Interviews not converting into second interview, third interview, final interview. Final interviews not converting into offer letters. The symptoms are still gonna be there, folks. Right? So this is the key thing I want all of you to take away from